Have you ever wondered why people are still buying this phone? Like, we're in 2026 and this launched all the way back 2021. Since then, Apple has released faster iPhones with faster processor, battery life, cameras, and the new AI features and everything. Yet somehow the iPhone 13 refused to die. In fact, this still is one of the recommended iPhones to get in the market. So today we are going to find out if the iPhone 13 is still worth your money in 2026. Who should buy it, who should avoid it, and whether it's still the best budget iPhone you can buy right now. So let's get into the video and let's talk about it. Catch.
Let's go. When the bass slide and that city lights up. Low high that lights up like boom, 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 boom. Put your hands up. Let's go.
The first thing you notice about the iPhone 13 is that it still looks modern. Sure, the design is not modern anymore, but it doesn't feel old either. You still get the aluminium frame, frosted glass back, and you also get that design that Apple is known for. In fact, if you handed this phone to somebody that doesn't follow up with tech, they'll think it's a much newer iPhone. And also, no, you don't get dynamic island. But honestly, if you are using this phone for a couple of days, for a few days, you will stop noticing it. The build feels excellent, the phone is solid, and also you get buttons that are clicky. For a phone that is several years old, that's pretty impressive even today. The iPhone 13 comes with Super Retina OLED display, and honestly, this screen still looks fantastic. Colors are vibrant, blacks are deep, videos look amazing. Watching YouTube, Netflix, or TikTok, everything looks great actually. The brightness is also good for outdoor use, but there's one thing you need to know about it. The iPhone 13 only has 60Hz refresh rate. Now, if you haven't used a 120Hz rate phone, this probably won't bother you. But if you are coming from newer Androids or maybe a Pro iPhone, this probably will feel different. Animations aren't quite as fluid. But is it a deal breaker? Not really. But in 2026, it does feel a little bit outdated. Now let's talk about performance. This is where the iPhone 13 continues to impress. The phone is powered by Apple A15 Bionic chip, and somehow this processor is still holding extremely well. Apps open instantly, multitasking is smooth, social media runs perfectly, video streaming is flawless, and everyday tasks feels fast and responsive. Even gaming is surprisingly good. Games like Call of Duty Mobile, PUBG Mobile, and many other games out there, they run really good. You might have to lower some settings in some demanding games, but overall, it really runs good when you are playing mobile games. What's really impressive is how optimized iOS really still runs well on this device. The phone doesn't feel slow, it doesn't feel outdated, and most people will struggle to tell the difference between this and much newer iPhones out there on a daily use. That's the power of Apple's long-term optimization. Let's talk cameras, because this is one area that the iPhone 13 continues to shine. You get a dual-sense camera on the back, and even in 2026, these cameras can produce some fantastic results. Photos are sharp, colors are natural, and dynamic range still is really good. And the consistency is something that budget phones out there are struggling to match. Video recording is especially impressive. Apple has always been known for their video quality, and the iPhone 13 is no exception. Whether you are filming videos for YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or you are just taking videos for memories, the iPhone 13 still looks great. The stabilization is solid, but not really good in my opinion. The audio quality is good, and the overall experience is really reliable. Now, are there phones with better quality in camera in 2026? Yes, absolutely. But for the price Apple sells their iPhone 13 now in 2026, it's hard to complain. Battery life in 2026 is where things become a little bit tricky. When the iPhone 13 was new, battery life was always its strongest feature. But now we are dealing with devices that are several years old. If you are buying used, battery life really matters. A phone with 85% battery life will last much better than the one with 70%. And that's why I always check the battery health before buying. If the battery has already been changed or still has good health, then probably you get a whole day without having any issues. So keep that in mind when shopping around. One of the biggest reasons why people still buy phones is software support, right? Apple has a reputation for supporting devices for years, and the iPhone 13 is still receiving updates in 2026. And that's great news because you're still getting security updates, you're also still getting new features, and the phone remains safe to use. Compare that to many older Androids that stopped receiving updates a long while ago. This long-term support is one of the reasons why the iPhone 13 still holds value. So you should actually buy the iPhone 13 in 2026. If you're on a budget and you're still looking for a phone that has reliable usage, then probably this is a smart buy. If you mainly use social media, take photos or watch videos, browse the internet and play games occasionally, then you'll probably love it. It's also great for students, first-time iPhone users, and content creators who doesn't want to spend a fortune. So is the iPhone 13 still worth buying in 2026? Yes, in fact, it might just be the most smartest budget iPhone purchase you can make. It still performs well, the cameras are great, the display still looks excellent, and Apple's software support keeps it relevant. Yes, it lacks some of the newer iPhone features, but if you are looking for value, the iPhone 13 is still relevant. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and comment down below, would you still buy the iPhone 13 in 2026? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Swift out.